Perfect. Okay, so this is the website as it currently stands. It probably looks a bit different than y'all remember if you haven't been on it in a while. And me and Joe are pretty proud of our work. Um, so this is the homepage, and I wanted to keep it real simple. I was looking at the old website, and it just looked really busy, and it was just kind of hard to navigate. And so I wanted it to be real simple. And I do make changes on this pretty frequently just as I go through it. Um, and all of the information is the same. We still have a reporting page with um, a map and a little form to um, let you guys report, or anyone report sightings. We still have all of the same information, just organized a little bit better, a little easier to find. Things that I did change pretty drastically was the About Us page. Since we have the old project and the new project, and we're kind of working both, I wanted to make sure that everything was included. Um, Things about the old project and the new project, making it kind of flow better. I also kind of rehauled this entire page, and the spacing on my laptop makes it look a little squished. The margins look a little small. I'm still working on the spacing. It looks different on all size screens, and so I'm trying to make it look good on all size screens. Um, so I've just completely thanks to the Google Drive that you'll have me, and I finally found really good pictures of um, just all different sorts of things. So it looks a little more updated, a little bit better. Um, and I also added a place where we can have our publications. So if you go through here and you're like, hey, but I published something, please let me know. I'm happy to put it up. I try to follow each of y'all on Google Scholar. So anytime that you publish something, I can just immediately put it on. But my inbox is a jungle, so it sometimes gets lost. So if you go through this and think that your work might be missing, please let me know. It could be, I mean, we have this year's, last year's, 2020. I mean, we go all the way back to earlier research, like from the 60s, that Dave thought was important. So I mean, it could be anywhere, and I will make a place for it. So please let me know. Another thing that I'm in charge of was our social media. I did make us a Twitter account, Sustainable RRD. It's not so active now because I think we're just starting to get going. And I noticed that a lot of you guys aren't on Twitter or not so active. And so I tried to follow you guys, but you didn't exist. So you can, if you want something out on our Twitter, please email me. You can email me photos or links to things, or if you're presenting somewhere, please let me know. Just anything related to the project, and I can turn it into a tweet. Um, I think that's all I wanted to show you guys. I think Joe, you can get to the nitty-gritty of it now, I think.
Sounds good. And
Great.
for everyone, Delaney has been working on this, doing the design, doing the layout, putting in the stories. A good communicator, a good designer is worth their weight in gold. The big thing is you have to feed them. If you don't feed them stuff, they're sitting there going, I would love to talk more about this, but has anyone told me when they were putting in field plots and got some good pictures of it? Have they told me anything going on in their labs? Feed your communicators. They will make you look like all-stars if you give them things to actually post.
Yeah, I would love to show you guys off. I live for that. I love to brag about you guys and make you guys look really cool online. So please send me anything, even if you're like, this is kind of boring, just day-to-day work. This isn't even like the most interesting thing I do. I'd still like to know about it, please.
And she can also dress it up a lot. You may not think it's exciting, but she can make it exciting to a wide number of folks. I'm going to steal the sharing from you now.
All right, go ahead.
And we're going to share that screen. And I'm working on it. Every once in a while, the squirrel has to, get in the wheel and really get moving. All right, so you online can see a slide that says Rose Rosette Web Statistics, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So where the rubber really meets the road, did anyone actually go to the website? What are they looking at? Because we kind of nice to have a website out there. Yes, you are getting a fair amount of traffic. You have 59,000 page views. This is since the site launched June 1st. This is not a full year. And some of you are going, well, 59,000, is that a lot? I mean, given the scope of your website, the fact you've been up since June and what you're covering, that's not bad numbers. You are building off the fact that the website and the domain's been active since 2017. So you've been building some traffic since then. And it's nice to see that you have had 10,000 folks come in and check it out. By 10,000 folks, it's really 10,000 devices. So when Kevin checks it from his iPhone, his computer, and his iPad, that's Kevin times 3. But it's still giving you what's up there. Top things they're hitting on, people are coming to the homepage and spending a minute or so looking around. They go check out the reporting because they go, Rose Rosette, I hate this stuff. I want people to know where it is because you all are going to take action and solve all the world's problems for Rose Rosette. What to look for? I kind of wish they would look for that before they look at reporting, but that's okay. The distribution map, how to control it, resources, publications, and then you start dropping off into, occasionally go check out the project page. So this is kind of for how the site's been reorganized, what they're looking at, and what they're getting to engage with. What I do have some questions on for the group to come up with is, so we still have reporting on the website. Dave mentioned the previous SDRI, which was really about, so where is Rose Rosette? What's it doing and how do we get a hold of that? And as part of that, there was an objective for doing testing in diagnostic labs to better define the distribution. So this graph here, you're seeing the green bars. That's where data came in started 2016 a little bit, but 2017 then really got a good hit in 18 and 19. Data coming in after we were announcing this is where you can go to report, getting up to about 800 reports a year, filling in some of the gaps in the map. The green bars you see here are where data came in, someone reviewed the record, and then that data was released publicly.
Explain a little bit, I think some folks who don't understand about what happens when a report gets.
Thank you. This is why I have Kevin. Kevin helps keep me in line. So from that report form online, I'm not going to show any unverified data on a map to the public ever. I'm sometimes even concerned about showing them verified data because they sometimes misconstrue things. So for any report that came in at that given location, someone was assigned as being the verifier for that report, meaning they're going to follow up with the person. Hi, you're a Rosarian that just made this report. Where was it? Can you send me some pictures? That could be Rose Rosette. Send me a sample. Here's what I want you to grab for me. Ship that to me, and they're coming into different diagnostic labs. They're doing the testing with whatever the current protocol is and going, yes, we've now confirmed, or well, we PCR couldn't get Rose Rosette out of it. So it might have been with another sample, but we're probably, that's why some of this data you're seeing here is marked as reviewed and not public. We reviewed it, it's probable, but I don't really want to light the map up with that. So I'm going to keep that data private. So the people in the labs and the people verifying that data are making the decision about what will see the light of day, what will not see the light of day. They're also that front face, that talking with the public and saying, thank you for reporting. You took your time, your precious time, to send in a picture and work with us. Thank you for doing that. So it's where Extension uses this as a tool so that rather than having, oh, here's my inbox, people just were randomly emailing me pictures of things I thought were Rose Rosette. And now you're trying to triage that and keep it organized. And oh, Lordy, that's not going to be fun. The system we have here keeps all of that tracked so we know the status of each report that came in. Is it in progress of being verified? How was it verified and everything about that? Any questions about that before I finish up with this?
So what does it mean, some information, how is this progressing?
You can always email me for an update. You can also go online to roserosette.org, wonderful website where we've got the updated map. As soon as the data is released, the map updates in real time. Literally, we've been sitting there turning things on and watching counties light up, watch counties go off. It's kind of fun. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
My name's Bruce Monroe. I work with a public garden in Wilmington, Delaware. We have about 650 rose bushes and we lose 3 or 4 years of Rose Rosette. Now, if I report one and you come back and ask for a sample, it's too late. That bush is gone. We pull it out as soon as we see it because we cannot risk having it spread in a public garden. So should we start saving samples so we can send them in, or what should we do?
Well, Kevin's coming up. Kevin's stepping me back.
So one of these reasons why I wanted Joe to show this is because this was part of that first Rose project. At the end of the project, we were still saying, do we need this? And people were still using it, and Dave said, keep it up. Well, what happened was we need verifiers. And if you look at the chart, you will realize we lost a lot of verifiers in 2020. So when people send something in, there's no one to go look at it. And in terms of, we would love a sample, but a lot of times now we even gone to the point where we just need a warm body to look at the picture and say, is it or is it not, or it could be, or nope, can't make a decision. And if you want to, send a sample in. So in this case, I'm putting this up because I'm going to say that we need to just kill this entirely. Shut down the reporting. We don't need any more input, because every time I come to one of these meetings, folks said, leave it up, I will help. A year later, we get charged like this. So I would say that was part of the first project. It's long gone. We need to shut it down, clear up whatever needs to be cleared up, and we have a map. And that map is a generation of outputs from that first, and then we need to focus on the second project, which we'll chat about a little bit later. But nonetheless, from 2017, now if you notice, this was put in place several years after the first project started. There is good information that can be drawn from here, and there's still, think about it as a treasure trove of data. Yesterday I was talking with Joe, and I said, gee, wouldn't it be nice if somebody with some computing expertise with deep learning and AI mine that data and actually have a robot or an AI, basically then we can start up the reporting again and using the AI to make that decision. I don't know. So okay, I'm gonna sit down.
And my point in showing this, the question about reporting that we're talking about is something that we do need to come to a decision on. Because I do get concerned when I see those 2020 on, when he says we lost verifiers, that wasn't because they died in COVID. The project ended. If there's no funding to do the testing, where are you gonna go with that? And as an IT guy who tries to engage people with technology, if someone's reporting in, those unverified reports, they reported, they got a message that said, thanks for reporting, we'll get back to you. 4 years later, they have not received a follow-up message about how that went. That person's not going to be engaged in the program so much. Kind of drilling down to it, you know, if there are resources to verify and follow up on it, great. If not, then we do probably need to kill it